Past Now Read presents another story that needs to be told, entitled Weight of the Water. Cane River wasn't really a lake. It was more like a slow-moving ribbon of memory, dammed up by man, but never fully tamed. It flowed like it had secrets, like it remembered when it was wild, before the levees and the docks and the new money turned it into a recreational afterthought. But if you paid attention, really listened, you could still hear it breathing, trying to remind the world that it used to be a river, used to run free. We lived right on the bend, where the water stretched wider, like it was taking a long, deep breath. That curve caught the wind differently, held the light longer, and on summer days it shimmered like glass just before it shattered. It was late afternoon. The Louisiana sun had burned everything down to a glaze. Cicadas screamed in the trees, and the air was thick with dust that spun in lazy spirals in the golden light. My name's Ernie. I was 17. That day, I'd just come back from basketball practice, legs wobbly, shirt pasted to my back like an extra skin, lungs still raw from the heat and the drills and the damn whistle the coach loved to blow like he was holding back a flood with it. I tossed my bag inside and made a beeline for the backyard. Behind our house, the land sloped gently down toward Cane River, maybe 300 feet across at its widest point. Always moving, always whispering, and there, tethered maybe 30 yards out, floated our barge. A 20-foot square platform made of rusted angle iron, warped 2x6s, and oil barrels banded underneath for flotation. It was painted sky blue, though a lot of the paint had peeled to the bone. We called it the island. The barge never stayed in one spot. It drifted slowly, nudged by invisible currents, like it had a mind of its own, like it was looking for something it lost a long time ago. Kind of like all of us, I guess. Next to the house was a chain-link dog run, and inside it, CC. She was a full-blooded black Labrador, Dad's prize retriever. Sleek, powerful, bred for water and ducks and early morning hunts that smelled like coffee and gunpowder. She could charge into any lake, any marsh, and come back with a mallard locked gently in her jaws. She never failed, but I'd never seen her fail to listen either. Not until that day. Without a thought, I popped open the latch on her gate. She bounded out in a black blur, tail whipping like a propeller, tongue hanging sideways. It never crossed my mind, not once. I was just cooling off. She'd run, maybe chase a squirrel. I didn't think she'd follow me into the water. I didn't think she'd see me go under and think I was something she needed to save or finish. I peeled off my shirt and ran, sprinted barefoot down the slope, cut across the hot grass, and exploded into the lake with a cannonball splash. Water surged around me, warm and silty and familiar. I sank deep, then pushed off the muddy bottom, surfacing with a whoop and shaking the water from my hair like a dog. I turned toward the barge and started swimming. It wasn't far, and I was a strong swimmer. Always had been. We'd grown up in this water, barefoot summers and mosquito bites, bonfires by the bank. That barge was our kingdom. We'd sun ourselves out there, dive into the water, tell stories, fall asleep beneath stars that seemed close enough to reach. I swam through the world I thought I knew. Up ahead, the barge rocked gently in the breeze. To my left, a small boat buzzed lazily by, an old man in a straw hat with a fishing rod propped across his lap. He waved without lifting his arm. Some crackly tune drifted from a portable radio, a moment trapped in amber, and for a second it felt perfect, like nothing could go wrong, like the water had accepted me, like it was holding me up instead of pulling me down. Then I heard the splash. Behind me. I turned my head just in time to see Cece launch herself into the river. She hit the water like a black torpedo, shoulders driving forward, front legs pumping. She was all muscle, all instinct. Cece, no, stay, I called, but my voice didn't carry. It was swallowed by the water, by the sky, by whatever else was watching. She came fast. Her wake rolled toward me like a wave. At first I thought maybe she was just playing. She'd swim nearby, then turn back. But the look in her eyes was different. It was focused. Primal. I'd been swimming leisurely. Now I turned it up. Fast strokes toward the barge, but she was faster. Always was. Then she reached me. She came at my back, pawing hard, trying to climb me like I was a fallen tree. Her nails raked down my shoulder. I cried out, "Cece, stop!" She didn't. Her weight crashed into me. 55 pounds of trained instinct, pushing down, climbing, grabbing. One paw slipped around my neck. Her other hit the side of my face. I went under, dark, muffled, a roar in my ears. Water filled my mouth. I gagged, kicked, surged upward, broke the surface gasping. But she was there again, whining, thrashing. She thought I was a duck, or worse, thought I was drowning and needed her help. But all she did was shove me deeper, drive panic into my chest like a stake. I tried to shove her away, hard. She yelped, circled, and then came again. The sky twisted above me. I couldn't breathe. My limbs started to shake, not from cold, but exhaustion. Fear. My strength was ebbing, my focus slipping. The barge looked farther now, like it had drifted with the current while I fought for my life. I went under again, this time deeper. I opened my eyes, silt and sunbeams, particles dancing in the murk. I could see the underside of the barge now, barely. Just ahead, the metal ladder dipped into the water, its rungs slick with algae. But it might as well have been 10 feet away. I kicked hard, chest on fire. The world narrowed to a single thought: get to the ladder. My hands stretched forward, one foot tangled in the wake behind me. Cece paddled nearby, turning in tight, agitated circles. I reached. Fingertips scraped metal. I missed. Sank again. No air, legs kicking weakly, eyes bulging. Then I summoned my last drop of will and surged forward. This time I caught the rung, clamped my hand around it, yanked, pulled myself up, coughing, vomiting water, chest heaving. I scrambled, slippery, gasping onto the barge. The decking burned hot beneath my chest. My vision swam. I lay there face down, lungs fluttering. My body trembled. Cece swam below, whining, circling. I looked over the edge, still wheezing. Her tail moved like a metronome in the water. Her eyes were wide, confused. She didn't know. She was just doing what she was bred to do. I reached out and touched her head. She nudged my hand with her nose. "I'm okay," I whispered. "It's okay, girl." But it wasn't okay. I knew, in the marrow of my bones, how close I'd come. And not just to drowning, but to panicking, to giving up, to vanishing beneath that slow, silent river that never forgot what it used to be. I helped Cece up the ladder. She shook violently, water spraying everywhere. Then she curled up beside me, panting, eyes on me like she still wasn't sure what had happened. The deck felt rough beneath my fingers, but solid. That old barge, patched together from rust and salvage, had always been a place to play. But now I saw it for what it really was, a lifeline. We sat there as the sun sank, sky going gold, then rose, then violet. The water around us calmed, the breeze softened, my heart still raced. Eventually I lay back, hands behind my head. The sky turned black, pricked with stars. They reflected in the river like distant souls. Cece rested her head on my knee. I thought about how easily it all could have ended, how the water didn't care about good intentions, or loyal dogs, or scared teenagers. They say Cane River Lake was made by man, that it exists because someone put up a dam and decided to keep the water still. But I think it made itself. It remembers. It remembers when it moved freely. It remembers the weight of things that fell into it. It remembers boys who swam too far, who thought they were stronger than they were. That day, it let me live, but it made damn sure I remembered just how close I came, and I always will. You have been listening to Weight of the Water, written and adapted for audio narration by PASTNOWREAD, stories that need to be told, a story of heart, fear, and the will to survive. Follow for more. Please tag with someone who may like stories that need to be told. Thank you. Special thanks to dogs, man's best friend, and all who care for them and love them.